Welcome to this video on animal behavior. We will explore the mechanisms, ecology, and social structures that define how animals interact with their world. Animal behavior encompasses all actions and responses organisms make to internal or external stimuli, serving as a fundamental tool for survival and reproduction. These actions range from innate, genetically programmed responses to behaviors learned through experience. The study of behavior is built on three pillars: Ethology, which examines natural behaviors; behavioral ecology, which studies the evolutionary basis for these actions; and sociobiology, which investigates the biological foundations of social structures. To understand behavior, scientists ask two main questions. Proximate causes look at the immediate, mechanistic triggers of an action, while ultimate causes focus on its evolutionary history and survival advantage. Behaviors are broadly categorized as innate or learned. Innate behaviors are hardwired and genetically determined, while learned behaviors are flexible, allowing animals to adapt their actions based on experience and their changing environment. A fixed action pattern, or FAP, is an innate sequence of behavior triggered by a specific stimulus. Tinbergen's classic herring-gull experiment showed how a simple red spot can reliably trigger a feeding response in chicks. Ethology has been shaped by elegant experiments. Carl von Frisch decoded the honeybee's waggle dance for communication, while Nico Tinbergen demonstrated how digger wasps utilize visual landmarks for spatial navigation. Neuroethology bridges biology and behavior by studying how the central nervous system processes sensory input into specific motor outputs, fundamentally driven by neuronal firing and neurotransmitter release. This slide outlines the pathway of a nervous impulse, starting with an initial stimulus, followed by receptor detection, sensory processing, and culminating in a motor response. The reflex arc is the most efficient neural pathway. It allows for rapid, involuntary responses by bypassing the brain, with signals traveling directly from receptors to interneurons in the spinal cord and then to motor neurons. Specific brain regions coordinate complex behaviors. From the frontal lobe's role in decision-making to the hypothalamus managing survival drives, these structures are vital for regulating animal actions. Agonistic behavior manages social conflict through a series of interactions. These include aggression, threat displays, retreat, and submission, which collectively help species establish social hierarchies and reduce the risk of injury. Threat displays are highly ritualized communications used to resolve disputes without physical violence. Animals employ strategies like size exaggeration, weapon display, and visual color changes to signal dominance. Territoriality involves the active defense of a geographic area. By securing exclusive access to food, mates, and nesting sites, animals can increase their competitive standing and overall reproductive success. Finally, the size of a territory is determined by various ecological variables, including the animal's body size, food availability, population density, and the level of predation risk it faces. Territories are categorized by their primary ecological function. These range from simple mating grounds for courtship to complex, multi-purpose territories held year-round to support all life stages. Social organization describes the cooperative associations within groups. It relies on four main pillars: effective communication, active cooperation, a structured division of labor, and sometimes altruistic behavior. Group living requires a careful balance of trade-offs. While individuals gain advantages like better predator detection and improved foraging, they must also face the costs of increased competition and higher disease risk. Eusociality represents the pinnacle of social behavior in insects. Found in groups like ants and termites, it is defined by large colonies, complex caste systems, and sophisticated pheromone regulation. Termite colonies function as a single superorganism. Their social structure is rigidly divided into a reproductive caste, alongside worker and soldier castes, each serving a specific, essential role for the colony's survival. Termites exhibit remarkable ecological sophistication. They use precise chemical signals for trail following and defense, while their massive mounds serve as architectural wonders that regulate internal climate and foster symbiotic digestion. Altruism presents an evolutionary paradox, where an actor reduces its own direct fitness to benefit another. To solve this, we look to inclusive fitness, which accounts for the genetic success of relatives. Kin selection theory explains this behavior. By helping relatives survive and reproduce, individuals ensure their own shared genes are passed on, effectively increasing their total genetic representation in the population. To summarize, animal behavior is a blend of genetics and experience. governed by neural mechanisms and driven by the evolutionary necessity to manage resources and maximize reproductive success. Thank you for watching this introduction to animal behavior. We hope this overview of mechanisms, ecology, and social interaction provides a foundation for your further study.